Welcome to yet another episode of the Dreamweaver TV. I'm Victor and I'm here to help ambitious people like you get more freedom into your life by becoming a self-employed freelancer online. In this episode, I want to show you how you can utilize skills that you already have to get paid online. Do you remember when you were a kid and everybody was asking you who you wanted to become when you grow up? You were told you could be anything. But then you started to study and you needed to make a lot of tricky choices. And maybe your family members, your friends, or even teachers might have influenced your decisions. And the who you wanted to become turned into what will make me enough money to pay the bills, right? It's not a bad thing that we get influenced by people around us. It's actually essential for a big part of our life. If we think about it, like when we grow up, we're infants, the only thing we can do is to imitate, act, and talk like the people around us. That's why we learn the languages we learn. You most likely know 1 or 2 or maybe 3 languages. Most likely the same that your parents speak. So this is the way we work, but many people have a tendency to continuing that pattern and continue to follow everybody around them. They look how other people are doing their career, how they are doing their job, and they start doing it the exact same way. And this is the problem. When we only follow everybody around us, we don't do the things that we are meant for. We don't do the things that we actually should be doing. We just follow everybody else around us and we might get stuck in a career we don't desire. This is the reason many people are unhappy. They just followed everybody else, they started to do something, they just ended up in a career they'd never desired and they struggle to find something else because they are so used to just following everybody around them. You go to school, you get a nice degree, then you look what options there are out there which are quite limited and you might not feel to fit in really. That's especially how it was for me. And then you end up doing something. What I think is so important that we need to do is we need to stop thinking for ourselves and think that what is the thing that we actually want to do in our life? Because when we do, we will realize that a career is not something we have to end up in or be lucky to apply for or something like that. It's actually something we can create and we are in control and we can actually take that control and create it ourselves and create it the way we want it. And you can do that by utilizing skills that you already have. You see, today, businesses' needs shift faster than what education and traditional jobs can keep up with. Like, that's just why the online world is booming. There's an opportunity for almost anyone to go out there and help with the specific solutions you know or the specific skills that you have. You can go out there and help businesses. I think a great example is that if you look at social media platforms, there are so many businesses that are forced to go online now in this world situation that we live in. And they don't know how to utilize the latest feature on the social media platform, but you might know that. And if you know something like that isn't taught in schools, but you happen to know it because you do it, which could be like the latest feature on Instagram, or maybe it could be something on TikTok, which is obviously even newer. So if there's something like that, business owners and businesses, they absolutely need it. Like that's where they are going to do their marketing, but they don't have time to figure that out. But since they need it, they need to get somebody to do it for them. And that's why they will be craving to get in touch with somebody like you. So to figure out what these things that you could do are, you really need to think about what you're passionate about, what you are skilled at, what you're good at, and what there's a demand for. Because when you combine something that you love doing, you like doing it, and you're good at it, you have a flow doing it, and other people are willing to pay for, that's when you find your thing. And that's when you create a job where work doesn't feel like work, and you actually get paid for doing something you feel meaningful, you feel fun. So let's have a look at the screen, let's share the screen and have a look what these things are for you and how you could figure out what your thing is. So the first thing you need to think about is, what are you passionate about? What do you want your life to revolve around? What are the things that you want to prioritize? Because when you know that, you will set the boundaries needed to structure a dream job. So first, think about all the things that you're passionate about. It could be animals, it could be painting, or it could be video making, like making videos. If you love making videos for TikTok or something like that, this could be your thing. So think about what things you're passionate about. The next step is to think about what you're good at. Sometimes the things that you're good at come so naturally for you, so you don't even realize it yourself. That's why it's great to ask a friend or a family member what they think you're good at. Just ask them, send a message and ask them, what do you think I'm good at? And they might come up with something that you didn't even think of. Like, I remember I never used to think that planning would be planning and structuring would be a thing that was special for me. But then I asked my friends and family, and they said that we would never have as much fun on our events or family when we gather the whole family if it wouldn't be for my detailed planning. And that was actually the time when I got thinking that, hey, maybe I'm good at this. And then I started to structure planning and eventually marketing strategy and stuff like that to my clients. So ask your friends and family what they think you're good at until you come up with a list. So it could be anything. Basically, it could be playing the guitar. It could be editing videos or cooking. It really doesn't matter. Like, ask them what they think, and also add all the things that you actually think that you're good at. So things you have a flow with. Because when you figure out the things that you're passionate about and skilled at, that's when you set the foundation for a career where work doesn't feel like work, because you love the things you do and you're really good at them, so you get a flow. But it will only be a hobby until you combine it with something that you can contribute and the demand on the market. So you need to think about, how can you help other people? Because only when you help other people will you get paid in return. We need to provide value. We need to help other people in order to get paid. So think about how you can help. It could be anything, like if you could see yourself helping with social media, or maybe listening to problems and coaching, if that is the thing you could see yourself doing, or consulting, maybe brainstorming on business ideas and helping somebody to come up with a thing that they could do. So when you figure out what you're passionate about, what you're skilled at, and what there's a demand for, that's when you find your thing. That's your unique combination of things that you can be doing. And for most of these combinations, you can forget about credentials, because your motivation will speak for itself and your passion for the thing you're doing will shine through. So let's say that you love making videos and you're good at editing and you could see yourself doing social media. Then that is a perfect service that you could get paid for online. You could basically create content for somebody's social media channel and get paid for doing that. And remember that, forget about credentials. When you have the motivation to do the things you're good at and you have passion for the things you actually work with, that's the ultimate magnet for work opportunities. And that's what will attract the clients to you and have them come to you, and they want to be craving to work with you. This is how it is. And when you can signal that and you can show that to these people, they will come to you. If you found this video valuable and you find it inspiring or eye-opening, please give us a like and make sure to follow the channel for more content like this. Also, make sure to tag your friends who needs to see this and needs to get these ideas. Do that below and let us know how you think about it. We look forward to see you in the next one. Take care.